Alright, hey guys, it's been a while. Got Boxy there behind me, hood up. So some things that were going on. I've been wanting to make a video fixing my car up and trying to get that stuff sorted. I've been running into a lot of setbacks, typical for life, right? One of the big ones is I dropped the car off to get the oil change, vehicle inspected. This is after replacing the brakes, calipers, and rotors. And it passed inspection. I was super proud about that. My taxes are paid on it, passed inspection, everything was going great. Shortly after I had gotten the stuff from my solar panel in the mail, I was going to make a video that weekend about me putting that together because I have it all worked out how I wanted to go. And the fuel, something in the fuel line started messing up. I just started puttering out and dying, and I ran it to O'Reilly's and ran an error code, something about a fuel valve or there's too much oxygen per fuel. So I dropped it off at a mechanic because I've had my birthday weekend. You know, my birthday was yesterday, June 3rd, and I don't know when this video is going to be out, but so for my birthday, a buddy of mine, his is today, his is the day after my birthday, we had planned a trip up to, you know, the city, hang around. There's a really nice hotel up there with a really great pool, and just spend some time hanging out and having some fun since a lot of stress in life is kind of finally coming to a close. And you know, so anyway, so I had this birthday weekend all planned out. Hotels non-refundable, and my car threw that sensor light, so I dropped it off a week in advance. Well, they were having trouble fixing it. Their sensors were reading something different. It took them the entirety of the week to figure out exactly what's wrong with it. It was some kind of something fuel valve, I don't know. I've got the paperwork in the car. And while they were fixing it, they had issues. One of the bolts that were holding the hose to my radiator broke. It rusted through, so it snapped on them. So it snapped while it was parked overnight. So when they came to check on the car in the morning to continue repairs on it, all the radiator fluid had poured out of it. So I had borrowed my roommate's car. Said it was okay if I borrowed his car to go up to the city, and then I would just, it's about a 2-hour drive, hour and a half, 2 hours. But, you know, I wanted to make this weekend work, right? So I borrowed his car, left my car at the mechanic while they repaired everything. And, you know, this whole radiator thing was on top of it. So instead of picking my car up Friday, I just took his car up there. And I was going to pick up my car Saturday. So I got the call Saturday. They said they would have it done in about an hour and a half. That I should be good to go ahead and come down and switch out vehicles, get the car, and everything will be great. They're finally finished with it. I'm stoked, you know, car's finally working, everything's doing great. So I go outside to the parking garage to get my roommate's car and get it ready so I can drive it down. And the driver passenger side tire is absolutely flat. I mean flat as a pancake. The thing is so fucking flat. I was like, are you kidding me? So I got the tire off. My buddy came out, he got into his car, got his tools out, we got the tire off, looked at it, it has a hole in it like the size of a number 2 pencil. So we get the tire off, throw it in the car, drive about 30 minutes away to the nearest Walmart, see if they could patch it. They can't patch it because this dude's tires are from 2018 and they're cracked, so I had to buy a whole new tire for his car. He reimbursed me like 70 bucks worth of the 84, so that's fine. Like I'm cool with that. That was totally fine. We worked it out. That was fine. So got a new tire put on this car. Got in the car, got it packed up, headed back down to town to get my car. I got there and they were having complications with the radiator hose. One of the other bolts broke off. So I get stuck sitting down there waiting for them to finish my car for an extra 2 hours. Car's finally done, oil change, fuel thing fixed, radiator lines fixed, everything's working, everything's great. I take it up to the city, drive it around, took it to a drive-in movie. That was great because we all just piled in the back. There's a small group of us up there, so we piled in the back. I had the surround sound speakers going. It was a fantastic night, great night. Took it back to the hotel, and this is a 4.5 4-star hotel. It's a nice hotel. Not that I'm bragging, but this is getting to the point here. Y'all know, some of y'all probably know where this is going already. So we pull it into the parking garage, second floor, because of the camper top. The pop-up on the top. My car was a little too big to be in the parking garage, but I wanted to feel safe. So I pulled it in second floor, still within view of the security guard and the security gates, right by a security camera. He came outside the next day, started my car, and someone stole my catalytic converter. So, I'm not gonna cry. So much going on. So I lose it. I just start crying because I'm a baby. This is just life. Life is like, here, you want to struggle? Let's go for it. So we call the police. We go back and talk to the hotel. My buddy's a lot more of an instigator, or not an instigator. He's good at being a little more aggressive to things than I am. Got a hold of the manager. It was, you know, pretty late by this time, so the general manager wasn't in. So did a police report, told them what camera it was parked by, told them around what time we last drove it to what time it was parked. No other cars were hit, just mine, and that was a full parking garage too. So the manager set up a meeting with us, the general manager set up a meeting with us the next morning, which was this morning, to sit down and have a chat. So we did, and he agrees that, yeah, it is kind of at their fault, but at the same time, the parking garage isn't quite covered on their insurance. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to see if they can cover the cost of repairs. And if not, he's going to basically just refund the entirety of the hotel stay. And then by the time we got home and checked our bank account, they had the balls to charge me $200 for parking in their parking garage for the weekend that we were there. So this is what I'm dealing with right now. I hope to have some videos soon of me fixing up the Element. I am waiting to hear back from the hotel. I've got a couple parts I want to order to fix the exhaust and the catalytic converter. My buddy felt so bad that he went ahead and he didn't even ask me. He ordered me a cat shield. The reason I didn't have a cat shield on already is because my exhaust was already patched in like 3 places, and I've been wanting to get it fixed, and I figured, you know, that's on my line of things to fix. Once I fixed it, I was going to get a cat shield and put it on there. But yeah, I know people get annoying because they're like, oh, well, yeah, that happens. You have to park in a safe place. There's really no safe place to park. I was parked in a very well-lit area, in view over the security is, under a light, you know, with other cars right by a security camera, and they still do it. So if you don't have a cat guard, get one. I don't know how well it's going to help, but it might deter them a little bit because that was a fast job. So let me see here. Alright, you guys with me? Ready? Hold on. You can see where they had sawed it off right there, and sawed it off right there. And I'm going to tell you, one of the most embarrassing things I've done in a long time is drive this car home without a catalytic converter. Over 2-hour drive, sounding like a pissed off Suzuki motorcycle. Was so embarrassing. Everybody was staring at me. I felt freaking awful. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna go ahead and just try to get a whole new exhaust. There's a lot of rust going on in a lot of places I would just want to replace anyway. They did cut right through my patch job, so I mean, I guess there's that. But yeah, that's what happened. That's why no one's heard from me shortly. Just been dealing with a lot of things. I could have replaced the fuel stuff myself, I think, if I had more time, but I was in a rush because I knew my vacation weekend was coming up. So I thought I'd drop it at the shop. And I tried to look at things, a good and a bad. Like, it sucks that the fuel thing messed up, but because it messed up at such a weird time, I dropped it off at a shop instead of fixing it myself. And if I would have fixed it myself, I wouldn't have looked at the radiator. So after I got that fixed while driving it, it could have popped on the road and I would have lost my radiator driving, or not my radiator, but my radiator hose and my radiator fluid driving down the road, and then I would have to deal with that. So I look at that as positive. The only other positive I can think of for the catalytic converter, however, is if they refund my hotel stay and the cost of parking in their parking garage, then the cost of that overall costs more than a catalytic converter. So I'll still have some money extra and I should be able to fix it. And I still had a semi-decent birthday weekend. You know, I went to the zoo and I went to the drive-in theaters, and it was a pretty decent weekend for what it was. It was nice to get out. It just sucks that it ended up, you know, with this. And just, dun dun dun. But that's it. I guess my brother said he can fix it. I just got to get the parts. I'm waiting to hear from the hotel. I'm going to talk to my brother. He gets off work at like 3 or 4. I'm going to show him the parts that I found, and if he says those are good, I'm going to order them. And hopefully it's something I can start next weekend. It looks like I'm riding my bike to and from work for another week. I've already been doing that for 2 weeks. I guess that's one way to get myself in shape, right? Especially because I totally splurged this birthday weekend. So I adore you guys. I will hopefully be on the road soon. Stay safe out there. Watch your stuff. And if something happens, just no matter how safe you are, something's going to happen. Just pick yourself up. It just take one step at a time. Things will get better. They will get better. You have to go up after you go down sometime. Stay safe and happy travels.